Traditionally, the bride and groom leave the wedding ceremony. The bride is given a horseshoe by the ring bearers. Some brides have a small horseshoe sewn into the hem of their dress, and some have a horseshoe placed in their bouquet. It represents good luck and protection. The iron composition represents to ward off evil spirits and giving positive energy. It is also a grounding metal associated with strength and resilience, making the horseshoe a shield against negativity.
And then now Ryan has to pass it along to each groomsman, and you have to pass it with your face using suction action.
For those of you who don't know us, what a shame. My name is Mona.
And my name is Lisa. We'd like to think that we're Emma's most artistic friends because we're actually named after the Mona Lisa painting.
And I'm Kristen, but I'm not named after any paintings.
Emma had come home and nonchalantly brought up that Danton was so nice and so funny, while awkwardly flapping her arms. For those of you who don't know Emma well, this is actually her signature lovebird move.
Trying to think of what to say, I Googled ChatGPT wedding speeches and had a beautifully written AI-generated speech within minutes. I thought about using it, but deep down, I just couldn't do it. He deserved an authentic speech about some of the adventures and fond memories we've had. I have many memories of my brother. The earliest was the day my parents brought him home from the hospital. The night before, it was odd that my grandmother was babysitting Liz and I instantly knew something was up. My parents left me a pack of miniature Transformer toys as a distraction, and in the morning, baby Dan came home in a car seat. And to a near 4-year-old, he literally came out of nowhere. Little did I know, this was the start of one of life's greatest experiences of having a brother.
I haven't done this for a very long time, and I've only done it once. So, like somebody else mentioned, I checked on Google to see what was proper for a dad to say, right? You know, people that are really dear and near to me that make fun of my speeches as they keep going on and on and on and on. So, my speech is very short. Thank you.
This day of Danton and Emma's marriage is quite simply about love. Love's a very short word, very easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. You met when you were in high school, but you didn't date. It was more than a decade later that you reconnected at a mutual friend's birthday party. Danton said something that kind of gave me the goosebumps, and I quote, "Being with Emma just feels so natural and easy. I could travel the world with her and not need anything else."
I knew I found my girlfriend. What I didn't know was that I found my wife. We have so much fun together that time feels like it slows down, yet it flies by in a blink of an eye. I promise to make you laugh even if the people or cousins next door or upstairs can hear your cackling. I can't imagine growing old with anyone else but you. From this day forward, I promise to love you, Emma, for the rest of our lives. I love you. Now it's your turn. Speak your truth.
In addition to going through the provincially mandated 10 months of clown school, and little did we know that working with Dan would require us to be forced to fight tooth and nail for every inch of arm space, any cup holders that Dan feels entitled to in the car, and frequent trips to the Nanaimo and East First 7-Eleven for Dan to clear out their entire stock of $5 Fire and Ice Scratch and Win lotto tickets.
Love is patient. Love is kind. It keeps no records of right and wrongs, because all you need to know is she's always right.
The groomsmen.
time you were placed in my arms. It's always been a privilege, an honor, a joy to be your mum. And Danton, I am thrilled that you have come into Emma's life. And I look forward to loving you as much as I love Emma.
Emma, I've always felt that I don't need many friends because you do the job of 1,000. You make my bad days good and my good days better.
There's this one. That's the snake. That's the bird poop flail.
I love you, Emma.
Unfortunately, the only thing Livy can't get Uncle Dandan to do is to shave his beard.
I can't say it was love at first sight. I would not have imagined back in high school that this shy, monotone-speaking boy would be my soulmate. I promise that I will be patient with your reading speed and to accept the way you say eaten. I promise to care for you as we grow old, to remind you to take your vitamins, to stretch, and to stop avoiding cardio. I promise I will always be your wife, your best friend, and your #1 supporter in everything you do. Your wins are my wins, just like your socks are my socks.
Emma, with this ring,
I give you my heart.
I give you my heart.
I promise my everlasting friendship,
My eternal love.
my eternal love.
Mr. and Mrs. Jung.
So Emma, we would like to officially welcome you to the Jung family, and it says the Jungs over there because we can see that you truly love Danton.
I remember leaving those hangouts completely fulfilled, full of love, with my cheeks hurting from laughing so hard.
Yeah, you know what? All of a sudden, Danton was really into volleyball. Like, was really planning going to volleyball.
He's tall, he's handsome, he's charming. What does this say, Mona? Sorry, Danton, we just can't read your handwriting here.
Looking around the games and pictures of Dan that Emma had put up throughout the apartment, I knew they both shared a very similar sense of humor, which I must admit I didn't think was possible.
I couldn't imagine a better daughter, really. I mean, she's not perfect. Put 3 or 4 pieces in the dishwasher, and then the dishwasher was full because they were so unstrategically placed that it was just a waste of space. And bowls were always right side up. Can you imagine that?
Mr. and Mrs. Jung.